didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. So it's just like, why am I coming? I'm already expecting that you're not gonna have anything, and I don't need to be expecting that. Like, you need to match me or have a little bit more than me.
Absolutely.
As a man.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm Aunie, and welcome back to Rollin with the Homies. On today's episode, we're talking about gender roles and going 50-50 with your spouse and your relationships and what that looks like. So what does 50-50 really mean to y'all? Like, is it financial or is it parenting, effort, chores around the house? What do you think?
I think that 50-50 is so much more than just financial, right? Especially when you talk about relationships or any type of relationship. Like, even when you talk about, it could be your significant other, it could be your business partner, it could be anything, right? And so I think that relationships should, I don't know, I just don't think that relationships are 50-50. Like, I ain't got 50 to give every day, okay? Some days I might got 20 and you got to pick up the other 80. So I feel like
That's what I always thought it was. I thought it was 80-20. When did it become 50-50?
I mean, I feel like social media threw in this 50-50, okay? I feel like social media is what got this 50-50 talk. But I feel like if we're going to talk about 50-50, we talk about 50-50 with everything, not just financial. Because I feel like there's so many different roles that women and men play in relationships. And so a lot of it is financial. I think chores, like you said. But I think that, like I said, everybody's not going to have 50 to give every day. So some days I might be feeling down and I only got 20 or I'm drained. I expect my partner to pick up that other 80. And when they're feeling like they only got 10 to give, I'm going to bring 90.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be a complete balance all the time. It's not so black and white.
Yeah, and I don't think that should be an expectation of your partner as well. Like you said, it can be, I don't have it today, and then you pick up the slack. It shouldn't be it just ain't gonna get done today because
that's your role.
Or who's keeping percentages?
Exactly.
Count? Like, I'm not doing that.
Well, since when we
start
doing
that, doing this, I'm gonna keep a track record. Why are you keeping a track record of what I'm doing? I'm like, it feels good to me, and our relationship what works for us.
No, I think that's deep though, because like, we be so caught up in like keeping a record of what I did this, so you got to do this. And it's like no, like I'm not keeping a record of what you're doing. Like, and I see that you need help, or I see like you may be, you need some you time or something like that.
Ooh, the you time, okay,
and that's perfectly okay.
Listen, I can say in my house,
kids so you can go get your peace.
We are big on that in my house. Like, when Devin knows that I need a second, he'll be like, "Girls, stay out the room. I just need a second. I need a second," and vice versa. Like, it's okay for mommy to get a break, a breaky break.
A breaky.
A little breaky in
I
between.
believe that gender roles have definitely changed over time because women are more, and we'll speak about this on another episode, just like they may be the hustler compared to the man in the household. They want to be a stay-at-home dad sometimes, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
And back then, I think the man was supposed to, like, if we're looking at biblical, they're the head of the household. They're out working. They're doing all these things. The woman wasn't even working.
They're the provider, and we take care of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the typical gender roles that everybody expects. The woman is supposed to take care of the house, cook, clean, take care of the kids, and the man is supposed to provide. Right?
It's changed. It's hard.
It has changed, right?
It's hard.
And not necessarily that it's hard. I feel like that people just, I might not want to stay home. Like, I
have my own
what
dreams.
Are my strengths and what are your strengths? You know what I mean? I think that that's what it should be based off of. A man might love to cook. Why am I going to come in there and cook? Because I'm a woman.
Right.
Like, that might be your thing. And my thing might be I go out and I'm the breadwinner. Who knows?
Right.
Like,
and when I say it's hard too, I say it's hard because of the economy that we're in. So both male and female, husband, wife, whatever, they both have to work.
We both grinding, right?
Right.
Nowadays, this one income ain't gonna work. I don't care what city you live in, what state.
Have you ever been in a relationship that like truly felt balanced?
There's times that a relationship might feel balanced, and then like life changes, right? And so I feel like you might be at a certain place in your relationship where everything feels balanced, everything is aligning. And then, you grow and we learn, and the other person is growing too. And so I feel like sometimes things shift and you might be a little bit off balance for a while. Y'all have to find that new normal. This episode of Rollin' with the Homies is sponsored by Wayfair. Y'all know I love a cute and cozy space, and Wayfair makes it so easy to make your home look amazing. From furniture to decor to all those little accent pieces that pull a room together, Wayfair has it all. Click the link in the description to shop their latest and find your perfect piece. So I think that is all about growing and ever changing and growing, and you're going to have to relearn and all the time. So I think that
And just
it might feel balanced.
balancing-
It's not going to be like that forever, though.
Yeah, and just balancing each other out as life goes on. And that's the thing about those expectations. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be what it was.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're growing and moving on.
Do you think that, I don't know, I feel like this word expectations, that's like heavy. Like, do you think that it should come with expectations?
What?
Like relationships. Like, I feel like, I don't know,
Yeah,
I feel
as a woman, I feel like you have expectations for your own relationship. Those expectations in your relationship should be, you know, like what you would want. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a wife, a girlfriend, whatever you may have it, like you should want to cook for your family, you know, make sure your house is clean. And I'm not saying do it every day, but I mean, those are things that you should want to do.
I think that is anybody who's at home. I think, like, for me personally, I think that a good balance is like, okay, well, if you are the breadwinner and you're going out and you're working, yeah, I'm gonna have a home cooked meal when you get home, or yes, the house gonna be clean, or
Not every time.
not every time.
Not every time.
Don't you come in this
And I
house
think
just because it ain't done today.
And I think that right there, I hate to say the word again, but those are those little expectations that I feel like should be taken out, because I don't want you to expect the house to be clean when you walked in from, you know, work and I've had a long day.
Yeah.
Like, why the house ain't clean?
No, I mean,
And that doesn't happen for me, like in my household, but because shout out to you. When I say, my husband, his name is Devin, so I don't have to keep saying it over and over. But when I say that man will cook, clean, whatever, whenever, it does not matter what is going down, he gonna get it done without a complaint. So when we talk about balance,
and that's what I mean. That
okay,
shout out to you, Devin.
okay,
No, I think that that's what I mean too. Like, sometimes, like, people think, oh, you know, you a stay-at-home mom, and not even a stay-at-home mom. I mean, maybe you just home more, and you got a lot going on, because a stay-at-home mom or just being home more with the kids is a full-time job. It doesn't necessarily mean, oh, this house gonna be spick and span, spotless. No, I just been running around after these 3 kids, okay, all day.
I'm gonna try my best.
I'm trying.
I'm doing my best.
You gonna get a cooked meal though. This house
Sometimes.
might be crazy though, but I think that for your
Most of
partner
the
to
time.
come in and recognize, okay,
Yes.
she only got 20 today, and I need to pick up and do this 80, and I need to help her because mama's done. And so I think that's the difference.
A long day when he done got off a 12-hour shift.
Yeah, and he didn't.
And I appreciate that so much. You don't even understand. But there are some days where I am just like,
I don't feel like it.
whoa. I literally, yeah, it'd be a lot.
Talk about it, Christina.
I feel like, well, for me, growing up in my family, I was used to, the women in my family are very strong. They're the breadwinner. Well, most of them are the breadwinners. I will speak to my mom. She's the breadwinner in our family. So to me, it's like she ran the household, you know? And my dad's going to do whatever he needs to do, but
Sometimes that's how it is. It's whatever works for you. Like,
Whatever
that
works
works
for
for
you.
them.
And it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be a
but-
negative.
Yeah.
People put a negative connotation on being a breadwinner as a female. Like, I
Yeah,
think that it's really okay, and it just shows strength. And it actually shows strength in the man that he's secure in the fact
Father's
that,
very
you know,
secure.
my wife got it. I got it too, but my wife got it. And
it's
I'm doing what
and
I
got
got
her
to
with
contribute.
everything else.
right.
Exactly.
It's
I don't think that it's a bad thing.
But I was saying that to say that as I was dating, and you know, I would take the lead. Like, I'm the one that's making the money. I didn't care if you didn't bring any money, and that to me didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. So it's just like, why am I coming? I'm already expecting that you're not gonna have anything, and I don't need to be expecting that. Like, you need to match me or have a little bit more than me
Absolutely.
as a man.
Absolutely.
So I don't think
Especially
that.
when you're going into
Yeah,
a
like-
relationship or something that way. You know, if you're in a relationship already and that happened and he lost his job or whatever,
it's
whatever
different.
the situation may be, but not if you're going into it like that.
Right. And I shouldn't have to feel
And
like
those
I
are the
had to take care
expectations
of
you have.
everything and do everything
Yeah.
because then you're going to get burnt out. And I
Yeah.
definitely have experienced burnout. So it's not fun. You're doing everything, you're cooking because we got to eat. And why do I got to ask you? Like Ani said, when she doesn't feel like it and Devin worked the full shift, he's still going to cook. They have mouths to feed. And I shouldn't have to ask you. It's the asking thing for me. Why do I even have to ask you this?
To me, it's like at the end of the day, we all got we got the same goal and we on the same team, and it's just like play your part.
Right. So
Pick
I don't
up
look at
what-
percent.
yeah,
it's
it's
50-50.
not
It's a,
at
whatever day it's
all.
gonna be, it's gonna. That's where
Whatever
we're gonna
is
figure
needed
it
that
out.
day.
I'll pick up where you fall off.
Exactly.
You pick up where I fall off, and it's okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about financial 50-50? Because I think that this is a big one in people's households. And I've heard a lot about how other people run their households with their spouses and how they do 50-50 or not. What do you think about 50-50 in your house?
I feel like when it comes to a man and woman relationship, I feel that, you know, I was gonna say I feel like the man should make a little bit more money and bring home the bread while the woman's at home taking care of the kids. But I honestly feel like it's a case by case scenario. Whatever works for you and your household works for you. Y'all money is combined. Yours is hers is yours, his is yours. It shouldn't be, oh, let me see.
I feel like a lot of people don't do that depending on the stage of their life. So if they're already established, I feel that 50-50 is the way that they would go because she has her own, he has her own, and they don't want to combine. But when you're coming up with someone, it's different. You didn't have anything, and now you've grown to have something, and it's 50-50 is all you know at that point. But coming into a relationship, I think it's a little bit different when you have something. So I think the stages of where you're at.
I believe that because
for sure.
Just because you guys got married young too, and you guys grew up together. But for me, if I was to date a man today and he had way more money than me, or he wants to take the lead, I wouldn't feel okay with that because I feel like you're gonna come back and like I gotta ask you for permission for stuff. I ain't never been like that. I always have my own. So to not do anything and feel like you're gonna have like the 80%
Like
and
the
I'm
control
doing
over.
I feel control. And that's just because going back to being raised by strong women, like they're the breadwinner. I always had a job. So I'm not gonna ever give my full financial situation over to my man.
Yeah. I think it really makes a big difference on how you were raised too. Like what examples you had in your life. Like you said, the women in your life were breadwinners. So you're a natural born hustler. Like you're gonna make sure you make money.
If I did,
but
somebody would be, I don't mind quitting these jobs.
But see, I think that's important though, because I feel like you touched on a lot right there. Like you said that a man would also have to come into the relationship with basically adding to what you have already.
Exactly.
At our age, it's like if I was to be, I'm married and I've been married for a long time. Shout out to you, David. Shout out to you. But we've been married. So I feel like if I was dating right now, yeah, of course you're going to have to come and add some value to my life. Now,
for sure.
For people, I feel like social media has got like girls thinking like we getting into the relationship and it's 50-50 and you gotta bring to the table.
That's time they don't have anything and they're expecting the man
to the table and you ain't even got that to bring to the table. And I think that that's something important to talk about. Like I think that relationship nowadays, they're not open to building and growing with each other. It's like
you gotta come in with a bad
social media,
social media term,
and it's like no, I think that a certain person will make you feel a way too, to where it's like you might feel comfortable letting him take the lead and relaxing a little bit, but some people are gonna make you feel like what you bring to the table.
So they made you feel that way, like I got it. I don't even want you to work. I got it. And it's not even a sense of control. It's more like, why do you need to do that? I got it.
Yeah. So you don't.
Why do you need to do the extra things when I take care of you and the family and what have you? And not in all situations, because like you said, sometimes it can be a little nerve wracking. Like, well, I don't know. You say you got it, but
do you?
And do I gotta ask you?
Nigga, ask they got it, but don't. No, really don't. Shout out to you.
Yeah. Okay, one other question.
Shout out to
Shay.
One other question. What do you think about like shared bank accounts? Because I think this kind of goes in the same topic, but like, what do you think about shared bank accounts? I've heard a lot of stories about this too. I mean, I'll speak for myself. we've had a shared bank account since we got married, and we've had one since. So I
Yeah.
don't know
I love that.
life outside.
Yeah.
You should have your own.
Outside of
He
that.
or she should have her own, and then you should come together and have a joint account.
There's nothing. I'm a heavy believer of like what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours.
Of
Like
course.
not just what's yours is mine.
Yours is yours, and what's yours is mine.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. But no, I think that what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. Like I'm not like, oh, this is mine, this is yours. Like
Yes.
no.
I mean,
So,
it's fine to have your own bank
It's
account.
fine
Like
for
Yeah,
we
we
sure.
gotta get
I
to a
think that
point
it's
where
cool
you're
to have,
doing
like,
that.
I'm
personally
talking
have
about, like,
mine. He has his, and then we have our shared one.
yeah.
Right.
So
Okay,
I think that whatever makes sense for
works.
y'all. We have one that was just shared, and then I ended up opening my own because sometimes that could be an issue if you don't have a bank account just in your name.
Yeah. I
So
have
I
one
think
too.
for for business reasons and stuff like that, you might need to just
It's
get
just
your
better to
own.
have it that way. And then
Yeah.
you have your own separate one where you could do whatever you want to do with the leftover money.
Now I'm not saying go out there and have your own and just be stacking up for just in case.
A rainy day.
I don't think that
Sometimes you have to. Shit, if your
sometimes
relationship
you
is,
have to, but
I
I'm
mean,
just saying I'm not. To me, I feel like you should come into it with good energy, Hey, you guys, thank you for tuning in to Rolling with the Homies. 60% of you guys who watch our show still are not subscribed. I'm going to need you to click that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you can see when we drop another episode. Now back to the show. For business reasons and stuff like that, you might need to just
it's
get
just
your
better
own.
to have it that way. And then
Yeah.
you have your own separate one where you could do whatever you want to do with the leftover money.
Now I'm not saying go out there and have your own and just be stacking up for just in case.
A rainy day.
I don't think that
Sometimes you have to. Shit, if your
sometimes
relationship
you
is,
have to, but I'm just saying I'm not. To me, I feel like you should come into it with good energy. I feel like you come into it with the energy of
good
I'm
intention,
stacking up
yeah.
just in case a rainy day, and it's just like, well, you expected that.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
right.
but I do think that it is important for us to, not just women, just everybody, just to
You gotta
get out
look
there
out
and
for your
get your
household, but you
own.
also gotta take
Yeah.
care of yourself too. I don't
Exactly.
think anything's wrong with that. It's not being
Nothing's wrong with
secretive
that.
unless it's some type of DV going on or something that you need
Yeah.
to get out. Then okay, we could talk about
Exactly.
that. That's a
Then
whole
that's different.
another
That's a
conversation.
whole nother
And because
conversation.
you sometimes it's in some type of situation, and this is speaking on another topic to where you need to get out, and it's like I ain't got nothing. Like I
Yeah.
just had this one bank account, and I don't have anything for myself. So now
Yeah.
I find myself not having anything. I don't have no family support. I can't get out of this.
Yeah.
So you have to work so hard, and that's where you need to have your secret stash so you can do what you need to do
Right.
for those type of situations. Not
Yeah.
saying that, like
Yeah.
But I do think it. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. And not to say that you don't have your side accounts, but just having a joint account
Right.
right.
with your side accounts. But
Because,
some
yeah.
relationships don't even have a joint account, and that's what I'm
I
saying.
think
Like,
some is
do you
$20?
exactly?
Yeah,
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
like
Like,
that.
and that's what
when
I'm
we get
saying.
into that, we're having a talk like that. Why are we even together? Because what this your you gotta get my no. Let's just have this account because
Yeah.
this is gonna save those type of conversations. And if we are having those conversations, nigga, I don't even need to be with you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
What are we talking about?
we're not even partners no more.
I gotta ask you for money? No.
Never.
And you know what? I think that was important that you said too. I think that whatever, like going back to the stages that you're in your life.
Yeah.
But I do think that it is important, like, for someone to be grown with somebody and, have that shared bank account and do all that. But then someone who is meeting their partner later on in life, like you
Yes,
said,
you're at a
built
different
my- I
stage.
built this-
I've built already.
I've built my life already. No, I'm not splitting half of this with you.
Yeah.
So do
And
y'all
that's
But
a
you
different-
might meet somebody
and
that
that's
you
a
might
different
feel
and
comfortable
that's a
splitting
different
that with.
conversation, and that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, and that's that's why we want to ask the viewers to, like, if you're at a stage in your life where you are making your money, making your coins, and your man or whoever has their coins, like, do you have a joint account or not, and what do you prefer?
It's up to us to be like intentional about like
Absolutely.
the things that, I mean, yes, you're dating and it's all fun, but still have those conversations and open communication about like, what are the expectations? Like,
Yes.
if I have built my life and, I'm meeting my partner later on, it's important to have those conversations. What does, being married look like for you?
Mhm.
Or what do you feel about 50-50? Have these open conversations and
Sure.
open dialogue, because you might get into something and it's like, okay, well, now you locked in, you got kids, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
whatever works for you works for you.
And that's
Yeah.
it at the end of the day.
Right.
Works for you.
So speaking of coming into, like, I have this established bank account. I made a way for myself,
Mhm.
and you're dating and get engaged. You're about to get married. Prenup. How do you feel about prenups?
Prenups. What Aunie?
That's a new thing. That's a new thing going around. It's not new,
but yeah. It's a heavy topic right now, for sure.
And especially with a lot of people, there's a lot of healthy marriages out there, but there's also that divorce rate that we're seeing a lot. And it's like, then the money thing.
Financial just plays so much part in it.
Yes, I'm not in that bracket to be talking about prenups. So for the people that are, obviously they have, they have it. So for them, I feel like, again, it's just a conversation of, trust. It's trust and a conversation. But if you feel like you want to protect your assets, then by all means, if that's something that you guys both agree to, okay. But if there was a spouse, a person who did not agree to it, then that's just a conversation. And if that is something that's a deal breaker for you in that relationship, then it is what it is. And if love is more than that piece of paper, then you gonna do.
Would you be okay if this was a thing and Devin was like, I want a prenup? How would you feel about that?
I don't know how to answer that because when we got together, we didn't have anything.
No, you don't have to have.
What do you mean?
Like, what would you get what I'm saying? Like,
I it's weird because I can see both sides of it, right? Like,
maybe
I feel like,
how would you feel if somebody came to you, I'm going to say Devin, and was like, I want a prenup?
Is this a conversation?
This conversation we're having up front? This depends on stage of life, because why would you ask me for a prenup and you work at
I don't feel like you have to have whatever.
I get what you're saying. Like,
I'm just saying in general.
Depends on the stage.
And they work at.
I'm not saying don't think like that. No, I think that deep into it. Just in general, I don't care if you didn't have anything.
But that would be my rebuttal. What the hell are you trying to prenup?
Like, what you think?
Like, what you?
Okay,
that's not rebuttal. Okay, I don't know.
Right?
That's why.
I feel like if. It really depends on when you introduce this conversation, because you're not about to come to me on a second day and be like, well, if we ever get married, I want a prenup, right? But we're going to talk about this if we're serious and we're thinking about getting married, right? And so I feel like that goes back to, okay, what assets do you have? Because I feel like say if I'm an investor and I got a lot of property or I got a lot of businesses, right? Yes. I got to protect that.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like my partner should know at that point. And I'm assuming that, you attracted a partner that's like-minded like you. I feel like your partner should understand they probably have their own assets that they want to protect too, right? And so I think that that's something that they would equally want. But if it's something like your man or your woman has all these assets and they're trying to protect it, but I feel like maybe the other partner's not bringing as much to the relationship, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like, well, what do you expect your life to look like? Like, is this person going to come into it and be taking care of the household and be doing all these things? Because I think that's something else to think about too. Like, okay, yeah, you have all your assets and you might be the breadwinner, but I'm over here doing a full ass time job at home too. And so you could protect your assets and I might not have any to protect. But at the end of the day, I do expect a certain lifestyle that I'm used to. And I also don't expect to be just over here busting my ass and then you up and leaving, I ain't got shit when I've been busting my ass for you.
Exactly.
And so I feel like at that point it's like, no, half of that shit is mine because I've been working my ass off at home, so you can go do all that. Because had I not been doing all this at home, you wouldn't have been able to go do that because we got kids or something like that.
I feel like there's so many stipulations too, because now that gets into time. Say that the man wanted the prenup. You asked for a prenup in the beginning of your relationship. You're married 25 plus years. Y'all get a divorce. You signed a prenup 25 years ago. Yeah. Now you don't get anything. How the hell?
For 25 years.
How the hell?
You've been married providing me this lifestyle. You may have told me you want to stay home and take care of the kids.
Right there. And I'm saying, I'm just saying in general, and I may be naive to it because, once a business gets to a certain point,
status.
I'm not looking at none of that. I'm just saying, first of all, naive me with no business acumen or anything like that, I would think like, why are you even asking me for that? Like, that's a character type question.
No, for
real.
Why
do you think I'm gonna take your stuff? I don't even want your stuff. I'm here for love. I'm not here for none of that materialistic stuff. Mm-hmm. Now I understand why you need to get a prenup today, because a lot of people be finessing, whether the woman's asking a man for a prenup or vice versa. Yeah. Because women, it's not just the man having everything.
Yeah.
But why are you asking me that?
I feel like that too. That's why I'm like, it's like I can see both sides of it, because then I feel like Well, you coming into it with bad expectations.
Exactly.
Like you think
Why
something
are you
might go
asking me
wrong.
about a prenup?
And so it's like,
Getting
Why are we
married.
getting married is the question. I'm gonna ask. You think I'm gonna come out? But
Yeah.
people change. They can't do
people change.
a whole growing up together and stuff like that. They ain't feeling it. They feeling themselves a little bit. Got a little coin.
Yeah.
They do change.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you
then
can
women
be
will
in
be
a
hurt,
marriage and
then
it
when it's time to
changes.
take all your money. I get that too.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to ask you, what do y'all think about prenups?
Y'all do 50-50. Tune in.
50,
Leave some
50.
comments. Let us know.
Yes.
I ain't gotta worry about
What
that
is
50-50 stuff.
50-50 to you?
Well, not 50-50, that 80-20.
Okay, so let's play a little game. It's called red flag, green flag. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so splitting the bills 50-50.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Pink.
It depends. I don't think it's a red flag or a
I don't
green
think
flag.
that's red.
Like, I don't mind paying. Now, if this is the first day and you didn't invited me somewhere, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. No, I feel like if it's my friend. If it's y'all, we gonna split the bill, you know?
No.
But if you are like an associate or a business partner or something like that and you invited me somewhere, I expect for you to pay. You invited me. Just like if I invited somebody, I'm gonna pay. I don't know. I don't mind splitting
it's
the bill.
case by case scenario.
Okay.
It's not
case by
red or
case.
green. It depends on you
Yeah.
and which. Yeah, no.
Okay, I agree. Okay, they expect you to do all the cooking and cleaning because
Red.
that's what their mom
Red.
did. growing up.
Red.
You ain't gotta read the rest of the question.
Red. I don't care what your mama did. Red.
Super red, bloody
We don't
red.
care what your mama did. We love
We don't
mama.
care.
But we starting our own new normal. We're
Because
not
your
going
mama be
based
putting up with your
off of-
bullshit too when it's all said and done.
And I ain't your
They gonna
mama, and I'm
ride
not about to
behind
treat you like you a child,
Yeah.
or like I'm your mama. Mm-mm.
Okay, they make less money, but they contribute more to parenting and housework.
Green.
Green. I
Green.
think that's a healthy balance,
Green.
right?
Very much so.
Yeah,
Green.
no matter what gender it is, it's a
Very
healthy balance.
Green.
Okay. They don't believe in combining finances even after marriage.
Red.
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 Red. No, what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
What are we talking
Cherry
about?
red. Okay, yeah.
I need
okay.
your card, babe.
Okay.
You can have my card sometimes too.
All right.
You know?
Okay. Next one. You earn more, but they expect you to still submit in a relationship because of gender roles. So you make more
don't know,
money,
'cause I
but they
feel
said they expect you to still submit to them.
I
because
feel about submitting. Like I don't feel like it's a bad thing to submit. I feel like people get this submitting.
It depends on how you lead because I can still make the money and submit to my man.
Just because somebody makes more money than you,
Yeah.
like you can't be
think-
submissive.
That doesn't make
because
you
you make more money.
Me submit to
Right.
you because you
You
bring
make
home
more
the bacon.
Yeah, no, at all.
It's your leadership. It's how you care for me. It's how
Yeah,
you treat
it
me.
has nothing to do with money.
The umbrella and
It's
some.
it's
It has
the whole
nothing to do
package.
with
It's
money.
the whole.
don't have
it does not-
nothing
You
to
should
do with money.
never feel like you can't submit to somebody because they don't make a lot of money.
And I'm not submitting to you because you do.
And I
Period.
think that a lot of women have a hard time submitting because they feel like submitting means, oh, I'm less than, or
Yeah.
I'm not equal, or I don't know. I feel like it has a bad.
That's that social media
just
shit
a
that you
bad
see.
rap.
All that.
Yeah, like
All
I
these
don't think there's nothing
opinions.
wrong with submitting. I think a woman should submit to her man, and it, like you said, it don't have nothing to do with financial.
Yeah.
And you should have picked someone that you trust and that you trust them leading, a good leader, right?
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely. Okay, last question. They expect emotional support from you all the time, but call your needs too much.
red.
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 What are we talking about?
Thank y'all for watching so much. I need you guys to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and just give us your feedback. What does 50-50 look like in your household, relationships, parenting, life, all the things? So make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. Until next episode. Rolling with the homies.